Let's talk about one of the most tedious tasks in the digital world, building smart online forms. But what if all that frustration could just disappear? Today, we're digging into an analysis from the AI success team about a new tool, EZ AutoLogic Forms, that promises to do exactly that.
So, if you've ever had to create a survey or an application, you know the pain. But what's the most frustrating part? I mean, it's not choosing the colors or even writing the questions, right? It's making the form smart, getting it to change and react based on how someone answers.
Behind the scenes, it usually looks something like this, a tangled, chaotic web. This is what building conditional logic feels like in most form builders, just a total mess of if this then that rules that you have to map out, one by one. This right here, this is the villain of our story today. And this villain has a name, manual conditional logic. I mean, think about it. It's that tedious, super error-prone, and let's be honest, soul-crushing process of mapping out every single pathway by hand. This manual work is precisely why building dynamic forms has always been so incredibly painful. How painful are we talking? Well, according to the AI success team's analysis, we're talking 2 to 3 hours just to build a single complex form. Hours of clicking, mapping, and testing for just one form. You just know there has to be a better way. And that better way is here. EZ AutoLogic Forms represents a really fundamental shift in thinking. It's all about moving away from the endless clicks and complex diagrams and into something as simple, as liberating as a conversation.
And what's so fascinating is this contrast. I mean, look at this. The old way involved manually mapping every single connection, trying to remember what Boolean operators are, and then spending hours debugging it all. The new way? You just describe what you need, in plain English. That's it.
So what's the result of this massive shift? Well, remember that form that took 2 to 3 hours to build? You can now generate the whole thing in about 30 seconds, from hours of frustrating work down to less than a minute. That is a total game changer.
So how is this even possible? It kind of sounds like magic, right? But the AI success team's analysis breaks down the elegant technology that makes easy a reality.
And you know what? It really is this simple. Step 1, you write a prompt just like you're talking to a person. Something like, I need a job application that shows different questions for sales and engineering roles. Step 2, the AI instantly generates the entire form, complete with all of that complex nested logic. And step 3, you deploy it with a simple link, a bit of embed code, or an API. No manual mapping, no debugging. It just works.
And this whole philosophy of easy is baked right into the entire platform. The AI success team calls it the easy promise. It's not just easy to build, it's also easy to brand with your own logo, easy to deploy anywhere, easy to manage all the submissions, and even easy to monetize with built-in Stripe integration. They've streamlined every single step of the process.
But this is what truly separates EZ AutoLogic Forms from what is, let's face it, a very crowded market. It's not about competing on who has the most features. It's about competing on something that's way more valuable, your time.
You see, the core mission here isn't to be just another feature-packed form builder. It's to find the single biggest pain point in the entire process, that tedious manual configuration of conditional logic, and just completely eliminate it.
And this quote from the AI success team's report says it all perfectly. Most form builders make you build conditional logic manually, branch by branch, rule by rule. We use AI to generate complete multi-branch forms with nested conditional logic in seconds. Just describe what you need, and we build it. That simple statement, that represents a revolution in how we work.
And this all brings us to the real impact. Because when you remove a bottleneck that costs hours of your time, you don't just get a better form builder, you get your time back. You get the freedom to focus on the bigger picture, on your actual work, instead of getting lost in tedious configuration.
So who feels this transformative impact the most? Well, the analysis points to a few key groups. Businesses with complex workflows and things like HR or legal, agencies building forms for lots and lots of clients who can now move incredibly fast, and maybe most importantly, non-technical teams who can now build these powerful logic-driven forms without ever needing a developer. So we'll end with this question. Now that the tedious, time-consuming barrier of building complex logic has been completely removed, what will you create? What problems will you solve? The team at EZ AutoLogic Forms invites you to find out at easyautologicforms.live. That's easyautologicforms.live. Thanks for watching.